Hey, good morning, friends. Pastor Jason with our Friday check-in. I'm going to try to not take up too much of your time today. Um, just it's been weighing on me some this morning. Kind of hit me this morning as this is the anniversary of the September 11th attacks. How that for me, I was a freshman in college when that happened, and everyone told me, just everyone kept saying, and I think we firmly believe that was going to be the defining event of our generation. That everyone alive on that day, that was going to be it. And I I'm not disagreeing with that. But you consider where we've been these last few months, especially kind of back in March and April and May, and really in the grips of this COVID-19 pandemic, and again that was being lifted up as the defining event for this generation. Those of us living through that, this is the moment that was always going to stick out and define us. All through history, though, there's been just a revolving door of defining events. You know, those who were alive, those who were witnesses to Pearl Harbor, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy, was the defining event for that generation. 20 plus some years later, though, you have the assassination of President John Kennedy, and again, it's like there's another defining event for that generation. And what we see time and time again is I think we see our struggle to try to define ourselves in terms of the world, rather than trying to define ourselves in terms of Jesus Christ. If there's one thing that's certain, is that the world is going to keep on throwing change and chaos and reasons to celebrate and reasons to mourn and lament at us. The world keeps thinking up new and creative ways to try to define us, if we will let those events define us. But I think today is maybe a good day to pause. Maybe it's a good day to reflect. It's absolutely a wonderful day to spend some time in prayer and contemplation and remembrance, maybe of where you were on that day. I think to continue to still lift up the memory of those who were killed, for the families who are still living without them, who are still grieving, for the first responders still battling illness and sickness as a result of their heroic acts on this date 19 years ago. Today's a wonderful day to kind of pause and reflect and spend some time in prayer around all of that. But I think it's also a wonderful day to maybe think and reflect upon, what are we letting define us right now? Are we being defined by the events of the world? Is that what we're always going to remember? Is that what people are always going to remember about us? Or are we going to be defined by our relationship to Jesus Christ, the one who is the same yesterday, today, and forever? Because I think that if we allow ourselves to be defined by our relationship with Christ, then no matter what the other events are, we're able to stay centered, we're able to stay relevant, we're able to continue to love and serve and care for people in the midst of whatever comes. Friends, what's defining you this day? What's defining you in this time? If you talk to the people around you in your circle, is the first thing that they would say about you, oh, that's a person who loves Jesus? Is it evident? Is it apparent? Is that your defining characteristic? Is you claiming Christ's love for you, Christ's redemption of you as the defining event of your life, or is it something else? So again, I invite you, friends, to spend some time in this. Spend some time praying. Spend some time contemplating. Spend some time remembering today. No, no one gets to define you and tell you who you are other than the one who made you, friends. Today might be a really good day to spend some time talking to that person, spending some time in prayer, making sure that we're being defined, that we're living into our call, God's plan for us. So, friends, once again, you know, spend some time in silence today if you're able to. Take some time to reflect. Be safe, be well, and remember how much that you are loved. Thanks. Bye.